NHL officially announces players won't attend Beijing Olympics. This is the Great White North Report.
I'm in love with the system, never going home. I'm in love with...
Okay, I've been seeing this coming for a while now, and I'm glad, although not for the reasons that I wanted it to. I didn't think we should send our NHL athletes to Beijing just because Chinese Communist Party are a bunch of assholes who started this pandemic, and I wouldn't send any athletes over there, but this is a step in the right direction, and it's a huge slap in the face to Beijing. Of course, now the Beijing men's hockey team won't get blown out so badly, but NHL announces players won't attend Beijing Olympics. League cites schedule disruptions, rising CCP-Virus cases as reasons for withdrawal. And so they had until January 10th to announce that they wouldn't be, whether it be attending or not. After January 10th, then they'd be financially penalized. So it's an obligation. So it's the variant of the virus that the CCP let loose from a lab. And I agree with the NHL. They have to do what's best for the players. And the Players Association agreed. And this will be the second Olympics in a row that the players won't attend. And the NHL is not really interested in having them go over there. The players they wanted to go over, they want to play in the Olympics, but so the other thing is the strict quarantine restrictions that are in place. So they're going to miss up to 5 weeks of hockey at least, because there's uncertainty about quarantine time for the athlete to test positive at the Olympics, worsening diplomatic relations, restrictions on the ground, allegations of human rights abuses. So there's a lot of things that the NHL worries about. It's image. It's all about image stuff. Sidney Crosby's talking about how bills for players might not get another Olympic opportunity. Hey, our NHL players never had that opportunity for the longest time. It's nothing new. Winning the Stanley Cup is much better than winning the Olympics, in my opinion. But I like to see more of our athletes not go. And this is what the NHL is worried about. This Olympic luge champion may skip Beijing Games over athlete mistreatment in China. Germany's Natalie Geisenberger cites training experience earlier in the season. So she's considering skipping the Olympics because of her dissatisfaction with the way athletes were treated by Chinese officials when training there. And this is the greatest women's luge athlete ever. Total of 4 Olympic golds, 2 individual and 2 team. So she was talking about the conditions there, speak in favor of not necessarily going back there again. Spent several days in quarantine in China for a 3-week training and racing period. She got there on a charter flight. Wound up being among the sliders identified as a potential close contact to someone who was tested positive, despite testing negative daily. Rules put in place by Chinese officials mandated that she would not be allowed out of her room for several days other than for training sessions. She had food dropped off outside her door, wasn't to the standards. Conditions improved slightly after she complained. That's why athletes weren't treated better. So it's not like we're going to be missing anything if we don't go. Will Canada send a team of hockey players over there? Probably. We'll probably do what we did in Pyeongchang. Pick up a bunch of guys and send them over. But we'll see what happens. Again, it'll be different. But anyway, Canadians, let me know what you guys think of the NHLers pulling out of the Beijing Olympics. Was it a good thing or was it a bad thing? Leave comments in the comment section. Until next time, this has been the Great White North Report.
I'm in love with the